Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Pokemon Emerald. What is this game? It's double edition? Yeah, that's the name of the ROM hack. So we're playing a ROM hack, an actual 3rd gen game. I never thought the day would be there. But yeah, so this is a ROM hack that came on my radar, I think it's about 2 years old. Or yeah, it's a little over 2 years old looking at the documentation here. It came on my radar about 6 months ago. Last time I was playing Pokemon, which is about the last time I think I played Pokemon. It seemed a little interesting. Basically, the gimmick is that it's Pokemon Emerald with modern, like 4th gen onward mechanics, but every battle is a double battle, which is kind of interesting because I do like double battles. I think they're way more interesting than standard single battles. But let's go ahead and just kind of jump on through and get through all the fluff at the beginning, because nothing here is all the same. In fact, I was almost like, did I patch the file right? Because sometimes some ROM hacks will like have the opening dialogue changed a little bit, if only to let the player know that they patched it correctly. Granted, GBA ROM hacks are so you click the file and then you click the other file and then it's patched. It's not like it's pretty idiot proof for the most part. Like once you've done it once, you know what to do. So I did run into a situation like that. I think it was when I was last playing the 3DS ROM. I was playing some 3DS ROM hacks, and those are a bit more involved. And I think one of them, like, some of them will change the title screen to include the name of the ROM hack or whatever. But I can't remember which one it was. It was either Rising Ruby, I think, or Wilting Y. I think it was maybe Rising Ruby that didn't change the title screen, or maybe I messed up. And I was totally like, I don't know if anything's different. Can we fit our name with these tiny characters? Or, not, okay, apparently my select. I may not have, it doesn't seem like I have the keys input correctly on the ROM hack, because I'm hitting select there and ain't shit happening. So we're moving a little, it's Pokemon, everyone knows, dude. Who hasn't played 3rd gen Pokemon? I won't say it's the best. It's my personal favorite, if only because it's the one I played the most when I was a kid, so that means it's the best. That's how that works. You don't do any actual real critical thinking of it. It's just whichever one you played the most between the ages of, like, I don't know, 5 and maybe 12, that's the best one. I do have a slight urge to just fast forward through all this, but we won't do that because it causes audio desync. It's got a quaint feel. We get our own room. Hell yeah. I mean, I'd be lying if I said this opening still doesn't. The music especially doesn't get me a little nostalgic. You know. It's quite good. So we gotta go set our clock because man, back in 2003 or whenever this game came out, freaking clock mechanics were the shit. It is exactly whatever time that was. Like 10 a.m. I think is the default time. It's not like it matters because we're playing on emulator, but obviously, you know what? I don't need the free potion. This is an itemless run. Granted, apparently the game's harder too, so it may not be an itemless run. We may have to accept limited item use just to avoid embarrassing myself. But normally I always play games itemless, with the exception of, play Pokemon games itemless, with the exception of sometimes I'll flub the rules a little bit for the Elite Four. Usually I make myself do at least 3 fights in a row, and then maybe you can heal before the 4th member, and then fight the 4th member of the champion back to back. Because sometimes it's just not entirely feasible to beat the entirety of the Elite Four and champion without using items. Especially if you're playing like a challenge ROM hack where enemies are harder. Which I don't really know anything about I know very little about this ROM hack. I don't know anything. I know it's like, I don't know the difficulty curve, I guess what I'm saying, if I can like quit stuttering all over myself. So we're the new next door neighbor, we got a daughter. Our daughter was excited about making a new friend. Oh, it's so nice to just be able to skip through the dialogue, man. I finished Trails 2nd chapter, recording that earlier today. That series has 96 parts. It has 96 parts. Part 17 I think went up today. I'm recording this about a week before this video goes up. It's the 19th of January now. So I mean, that LP will maybe be finished by the time I die. Who knows? Like, finish recording. The game is so long. It's like twice as long as the first one. It's unbelievable. Granted, the game's also like maybe the best JRPG, I think. After beating it, it's so good. I mean, that's I probably shouldn't talk about it too much, but it's just on the brain. 'Cause, I mean, I literally beat it like, I don't know, 6 hours ago. But so yeah, but basically what I was saying, there's the reason it's so nice because that game's got all the dialogue, and I made the decision. Well, you kind of have to read the dialogue because otherwise you're just sitting there not saying anything while the text is going because there's no voice acting. So you know, I have to take it upon myself. This is not where you go. I have to take it upon myself to do the voice acting, which is fun. It is. It honestly is a lot of fun. It makes the game more enjoyable, but it does get exhausting. Because I mean, there's like times where like that you might have like basically an hour-long cutscene, or like essentially what's like an hour-long cutscene, and then it just murders my voice. Man, look at that zigzag dude. In my bag, there's a Pokeball. So this is where we get our first difference. I don't know. So this is as far as I played. I picked the Pokemon. I don't know if it actually matters because what you pick here. We'll go with Trico just because he's the best boy. You send out an Eevee? Now, I don't know if you get an Eevee and your starter, or if you just get an Eevee regardless. Tackling. Hit him with the Tackle attack. I don't think I've ever seen 3rd Gen Eevee Sprite. I don't know. I mean, I feel like because I mean, you can't get an Eevee naturally in this game, right? I don't think I've played like 3rd Gen Pokemon since I was, maybe since I Let's Played Pokemon Emerald. I don't know, like 7 years ago, 8 years ago. It's been a long time, boy. Also 17x. Yeah, that's about how much it's supposed to give. I'm thinking of the first rival battle, which always gives 69 XP. Nice. I was in the tall grass studying wild Pokemon, and I was jumped. I'm also used to earlier or newer Pokemon games where your first battle is always the first rival fight, and so you always get your first level up. Also, who is this old fuck? Is he normally there? I heard so much about you from your father. I heard you don't have your own Pokemon yet, but the way you battled earlier, you put it off with a plum. That's one of the first $2 words Pokemon introduced me to. That and kudos at the end of this game, or at the end of Ruby and Sapphire. Steven says, "Kudos to you, player name." And I, as a child, was like, what in the hell does kudos mean? I had to ask my family, I remember, and they were like, why in the hell are you asking us what kudos means? Do we want to give a nickname to Eevee? Yes, but I can't think of anything right now. So, we will not give one right now. My kid May. Oh, my favorite line in Pokemon. Don't you think it might be a good idea to go see my kid May? Oh, don't be that way. You should go meet my kid. What? Oh, don't be that way. You should go meet my kid. It's literally the best line in Pokemon because it sums up the entirety of all the false choices the series has. I mean, they still have that, where they'll like ask you to do something and you'll say no, and then they'll insist harder. Who are you? Oh, the name rater's just right here. Well, that's nice. So did we get our start? We did get our starter as well. Okay, I mean it makes sense if it's you have to do double battles. What do you know? You don't absorb from the start. What an astounding change. You got Runaway? Oh boy. My favorite ability. Please, dear God, let me have the running shoes. Please. You don't give the running shoes until after we beat our rival. Okay. Okay, we'll have to suffer in silence. At least it's not like Fire Red, where you have to beat the entire first gym before you get running shoes. I mean, normally, you know, I could just like fast forward run there, but fast forwarding will cause desync when you record for some reason. Oh, Fled using Runaway, let's go. We probably should fight these guys now that I think about it. Ooh, it's a double battle. It's a Poochyena and a Wurmple. Oh my god, how will we overcome this challenge? Does Absorb hit both targets? I can't remember, no. I'm thinking of Bubble. Bubble hits both targets. I mean, we could do, like, I'm trying to remember, because last time I played a Game Boy Advance game was Final Fantasy V, and you can do minor amounts of fast forwarding without getting audio desync, so we might use it sparingly. Because I think I only ever had one episode where that really impacted it, and that was just when there was a lot of random battles, and so I was like, please, dear God, show mercy on me. Once we get repels, we probably won't have to worry too much about random battles, though. Because I am a repel boy. Please, no, I don't even want your stinking potion. I don't need it. I'm too good. You think any computer can outsmart me? I mean, yeah, I can't speak English, but... What time are we at, by the way? We're only 11 minutes. I see my dad give you a Pokemon as a gift, so what is she? Does she get an Eevee as well? Give you a taste of what being a trainer is like. Oh lord, she coming. Okay, she has a Torchic and an level 2 Eevee? Are you kidding me? Level 4? Thought this game was supposed to be harder. Get yeeted out of existence, Torchic. You absolute fool. How dare you stand up to me? Wonder if it's level 4 so that it doesn't know Ember. If that's the reasoning. Oh no. They've debuffed us entirely. Fortunately, once we take your Torchic off the board, you will not have the damage to defeat me. You have been outsmarted, okay? And we're faster too. Well, of course we're faster. We're higher level. But... Okay, it didn't give us the nice 69 XP because it got split, so... You know, basically this game's a 0 out of 10. I don't even remember what my fast forward key is. Okay, it looks like it's left trigger. I think if we just use it a little sparingly, just a little speed burst here and there. We might have to turn animations off because this is like so slow. You know what? It would probably help if we increase text speed. That's one of the problems. That's why it feels a little slow. I completely forgot the first rule of Pokemon is to always increase text speed, because I don't know why text speed settings exist. Because even if you're a slow reader, the text doesn't go ahead without you, so why not always have it on the fastest setting? Wow, that's great! $240 reduce. Or it's really more like $2, but you know what I mean. It feels better if you think of it as American dollars as opposed to yen. Because if it's just yen, then you're just like beating people up for their lunch money, and then it feels a little sad. Oh, glorious fast text speed. It's barely any faster. Please give me the running shoes. I beg of you. Show mercy upon my poor soul, game. Over here, let's hurry home. It's not my home. I'm gonna spend about a grand total of 10 minutes in this town and never come back. Lily Cove, now that's my home. That's a town with some good... Granted, Little Root has amazing music too. But Lily Cove is always like the one I really like. Heard you beat May on your first try. So does he actually say you didn't beat her on your first try if you lose? I've never actually lost to May before. I mean, it's like, it's kind of impossible to lose unless you get like double crit or something. I think that's like the only way. I want to at least get, I don't know, this first video is going to be a little bit on the shorter side, but this is going to be a Saturday slot LP, which means videos once a week that are a little bit longer. But this first one I'm going to keep a little on the short side just because I always like first videos to be a little bit shorter. But in the future, videos will probably be more like 40 minutes or so. But I think this is going to be a nice little palate cleanser from, because I've kind of been wanting to play a Pokemon game, but some of the ones I'm wanting to play are, like, newer ones that are longer. I'm hoping this game we can knock out in about 25 parts, maybe? 20, 25? If even that long? Well, it'll probably take that long. I don't know how much post-game stuff I'll do. Probably not much. I mean, I'll probably, you know... I think there's some, like, post-game rematches in the ROM hack I might do. I don't know. It just kind of depends on how I feel when we get there. But... So there we go. We can run around. Now, why they don't give you these at the start, I have no clue. I don't really get why running shoes are a thing, to be honest. It was like in Soul Silver and Heart Gold, they're like, oh, we added the running shoes, but at least it's automatic, so you never have to actually turn them on. And then they forgot that feature existed and hasn't been back since then. Well, I guess X and Y kind of had it with the auto skates, which was nice. Yeah, I don't know. We might. I think I'm gonna turn animations off. I'm normally not an animations off person, but this is a tad bit slow. Wait, is that what we want? Do we want shift or set? I'm a shift boy, okay? Just give me my crutch. If I'm not gonna use items, I need to at least have one crutch. Please. How much collective human time has been wasted watching Pokemon Center animations? Like, seriously, like, how many millions of hours of manpower have been wasted healing Pokemon at the Pokemon Center? Okay, sir. You represent our first real challenge. Let's go. If you got Pokemon with you, then you're an official Pokemon trainer. Can't say no to my challenge. Child, you will be defeated, and then I will steal your lunch money, a Poochyena, and a Zigzagoon. Unfortunately, they don't stand a ghost of a chance because we're higher level, and that means we instantly win. Man, it's almost like Tackle didn't even have its animation turned off, because it's the same animation. Now that is going to get a little bit annoying with the growl when it's going to do the double, because, you know, even modern Pokemon games still don't do all stat raises and stat boosts at the same time, which, you know, I think that's more of a problem in, like, competitive stuff, where they're, like, double battles are, like, kind of a thing, which is, like, the only time you really do double battles, I guess, are, like, PvP as opposed to, because normally most Pokemon games nowadays have, like, 3 double battles, which kind of sucks, because I feel like they're just a naturally more interesting setup than just the single battle format. Like, there's just more to do. The only real downside to them is that they do take a bit longer sometimes. But I mean, that's one thing I really liked about the Coliseum and XD games, was the double battles everywhere. Now, the one problem with those is that the animations could take a little while at times. Especially in some of the sections where you're just fighting constantly, like the end of Gale of Darkness, the Fire Island. Like, that area is kind of a slog, especially with the with double battles and the long animations. I can't remember. Could you turn animations off in XD and Coliseum? Don't actually know. Like I said, normally I'd never turn animations off, but this is just I mean, there's not too much really to talk about for these fights. But I mean, I thought we gotta do them. I don't know. I'm normally not huge on just editing everything out unless they're completely superfluous. Like, I mean, I'll edit out, like, backtracking and stuff. But for the most part, I'm like... I guess I err more on the side of... I don't know. It's kind of hard to go into, like, my whole philosophy here on the top of my head. Basically, really my philosophy is that I'm kind of lazy, and I don't wanna. Is really it. Okay, please. Show mercy on me. So we'll try and get to Petalburg at least. We'll do the Wally stuff. Help him catch his, I guess, Ralts. I assume it's still a Ralts. Please, sir. Be destroyed. Be gone, Tail. Oh my god, this keeps lowering my attack. The finest AI 2003 had to offer. Granted, Pokemon AI is still... Well, it's actually gotten a little bit better. Slightly. Not like a great deal better. Like, I think Sun and Moon were the first games to actually change the AI formula since these games. Like, I believe X and Y still had the same basic AI that every game since Ruby and Sapphire have had. But honestly, the AI is actually can be good. The problem is that the only characters with good AI are like the champions. They're the only ones with the highest level of AI. Because I remember reading about it. I think when I was playing Wilting WoW, is like the creator of that romhack had like a documentation that kind of laid out the way the AI actually works in that game, or like the different levels and stuff. Because basically there's like 7 tiers, and you know, like the lowest tier is like wild Pokemon, where it's just there's a random chance of their moves. Like there's no actual AI at all. They just randomly pick a move and use it. Up to like champion level, where they will actually prioritize like Pokemon with low HP and stuff like that. The problem is that in the base game, those AI settings are only ever used for like the champion. That's it. Maybe the Elite Four, I think, get it too. Actually, I think even the Elite Four have like just Gym Leader AI, which is like, I think, you know, a little bit low tier. I don't know. It's one of the things that it's kind of like an ongoing conversation that you hear a lot of people in Pokemon have, is that like the old games are harder, which honestly I don't believe they were. Newer games are definitely more hand-holdy, but I think they're actually more difficult. Or maybe not more difficult, but the same level of difficulty. There's some things I think you could argue that older games have, like, you know, there's stuff like, I guess dungeons, or so to speak, or like finding the right way to go, but I don't really think of that as difficulty in the normal sense. Like exploration, obviously the fact that it exists, which there isn't really exploration, and I don't think it's really been exploration since like maybe 5th gen. X and Y is pretty linear, Sun and Moon's really linear. Haven't played Sword and Shield because I have some level of standards, but from what I've heard, it's basically a straight line. I mean, literally like the map is just a straight line, dude. But you know, I'm not gonna shit talk Pokemon too much, because I mean I'm still here playing it, right? They're doing something right, or at least they did something right in the past. Granted, it's a ROM hack. I mean, you couldn't pay me to play vanilla 3rd gen. I mean, you could pay me, definitely you could pay me. It wouldn't even be that much, honestly. I mean, I still enjoy the game, but like, I have a hard time playing anything before. I can't believe this freaking dude just told me off because I'm a dumbass. Was kind of talking about nonsense, which I think what you kind of have to do, at least until like, I mean, the game probably won't really start until we get to at least Roxanne. Honestly, we probably should have picked Torchic just so that fight would, well, you can evolve Torchic, so this is old Wallyburg. He wants a Pokemon. Do we have to catch him 2 Pokemon? Oh, that's how you know I've run out of stuff to talk about. Okay, honestly, I just don't care. Yep, gotcha, Ralts was called. I did it! It's my Pokemon! Thank you, let's go back to the gym. Said to work out? Thank you. Yes, it did. Here's your Pokemon back. Thanks for coming along. Yep, don't care, Wally. You're not even going to pop up for like 5 more hours. You get 2 more appearances in this entire game. You should challenge the gym leader, Roxanne. After her, go to the other gym leaders and defeat their leaders. Or gyms and defeat their leader. Whatever, dude. Your dialogue's not important. No one cares. You're not even cool until the remakes when you get to be a samurai. What is it? What is this creep doing? Hello there, trainer. You've got a wonderful smile. Like I said, he's a creep. I've got a hobby, collecting the profiles of Pokemon trainer. How about it, man? What in the fuck are you talking about? Were you in the original game? I don't remember you. Oh my god, okay, I don't care. Please get me out. Please. Free me of this burden. Oh, you can't run indoors. I forgot about that. I wonder if we should catch any Pokemon here. I don't really know. Like, I know it's like got all Pokemon available. I mean, all Pokemon that are in the first 3 generations available naturally. But there's not any like documentation of where things are at least as far as I can tell. So like, do we have like new non-regular Pokemon around here? I mean, this is just Poochyena. I don't care about Poochyena. Also, this is not a double battle. I've been lied to. Fled using Runaway. Let's go. Okay, we'll battle, oh, it's a rich girl. I thought it was a rich boy. Maybe that's when Ruby and Sapphire, there's a rich dude there. Maybe, so it's Lady Cindy. Oh, Zigzagoon and a Meowth. Meowth looks so cursed, dude. Okay, at the very least they're catching up to us in levels. Let's destroy Meowth. His Kanto Interloper here. Assist! It let him use Zigzagoon's only ability. Growl! Our attack has fallen more than twice. This game does have the physical special split at least, so Absorb should not be affected by Growl at least. That's okay, maybe it is. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to have it. That was honestly part of the reason why I decided I would probably be able to play it, was because of the okay, that seems like it's there. Granted, I mean not Zigzagoon, Trico doesn't necessarily have the greatest special attack anyway. But I think that's good enough. We've made it to Petalburg. Ooh, quick attack, let's go. Oh my! $2,400. We're rich. We can go retire. What are your stats? What is your nature? I have no clue what Hardy is. Is Hardy like speed, or is Hardy a neutral nature? Brave? Brave is like attack and speed, or speed attack? I can't remember. I want to say Brave. No, Brave is... I really don't remember. It's been a while. I never really learned my natures. I pretty much just always looked them up. But I think we'll go ahead and stop here. Into, little on the shortish side for our inaugural video. Like I said, I can speak English, okay? Don't patronize me. We'll continue on for the next video, guys. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part. Bye, guys.